one of the things that I'm working on Miko with is the here command. And all dogs you need to go over this with your dog. Now, she wasn't coming when she's called. We have her on an e-collar on 2. 2's way less than a human can feel it, and she's been conditioned to know that this is a negative. So if I call her and she doesn't come to me, I may pick up the leash and direct her towards me, or I may use this, but I'm going to indicate a negative to the dog by hearing the word and not responding. I've already worked with her on the leash, saying here and pulling her towards me. So when you do this with the dog, you may even have the leash in your hand at first, and we've done some of that, and bend down and call the dog to you. Use your body language to tell the dog this is what you want. Be open like this with the dog and call the dog to you. Miko, Miko, here. No, here, come on, here. Good girl, good girl. A little resistance at first, but she's just learning this, and we'll repeat this over and over again. I'm not going to back up any more than I'm about 8 foot. This is a 6-foot leash, so I'm about 8 feet. I can always get this if I'm getting a refusal and pull her towards me. The e-collar should stay on this dog. It should stay on all dogs until they're fully trained. Some dogs might be fully trained and you might have to put the e-collar back on the dog. That's just how it is. Heel. Miko, here, heel. Sit. Sit. Miko, here. Good girl, yeah, fuck yeah, you're good. Do it one more time. We're gonna end on success. We're gonna end on a high note and build on success. Here, heel. My catchphrases. Sit. No, sit. No, sit. No, she's cheating, so I'm going to put her back. I should have done this the first time. Trainer's being sloppy. Here, sit. No, sit. No. Miko, here. Good girl, that's good. We're doing this, it's the same thing that we do with the puppy, Charlie. It's the exact same thing. Let's do it one more time with Miko. Here. Heel, come on, heel. Sit. No, sit. Miko, here. Very nice. You're good. You're doing great. Let me get Charlie. Get down low, encourage the dog to come to you. When it gets to you, good boy or good girl. Now with a young puppy like Charlie here, it's sort of the same thing, but a little bit different. And then I might just let the dog run around like a maniac, right? And when the dog's not looking at me, Charlie, here, right? And I'll repeat this over and over again. Charlie, here. Good boy. Charlie, Charlie, here. Good boy, good. Charlie, Charlie, here, here. Good boy. Yes, good boy. Never berate the dog after it's come to you. No matter what the dog has been doing, don't do that. If the dog finally comes to you and you're screaming at it about what it was doing a second or two before, its mind has already moved on. You're training the dog not to come when it's called. If you have to, walk up and put a leash on the dog. If it's not listening to you, you put a leash on the dog. You don't sit there and scream at the dog. Teach your dog to come when it's called, yes. But don't make it so that you work with the dog, but then you work against the dog coming when it's called. Don't berate the dog. No matter what the dog has been doing, do not scream at the dog as it's coming to you. You're going to train it not to fucking come when it's called. That's how people do this. They train dogs not to listen to them. So if you're having problems with your dog and you don't have a leash on your dog, you're an idiot. Put a leash on your fucking dog. Pull it into heel and start walking it and make sure that the dog listens to you. Dogs are not robots. They're not. They're animals and they need conditioning. And if you're not going to deal with the dog properly, it's not going to come when it's called. So don't scream at the dog. Don't berate the dog. Do you understand what I'm saying? Doesn't matter what the dog was doing 10 seconds before. Because as the dog's coming to you, it doesn't know what it did. It doesn't have a memory like a human. You have 1.3 seconds to give positive or negative reinforcement. That's it. So if you're screaming at the dog about whatever it was doing 10 seconds before, in other words, if the dog was about to cross the road, which would be a no-no because your dog doesn't listen to you, it should be on a leash. But say it was going to cross the road, and then it did across the road, did not get hit by the car, yet you screamed at it, it's more than likely going to get hit by a car because it's not going to listen to you. Don't scream at the dog. Don't scold the dog. Don't hit the dog. They won't come when they're called.